Alright guys, so welcome to part 3 of how to make an end grain chopping board. So as you can see, this is just after being taken out of the clamps. It's pretty flat and it's starting to look really like an end grain chopping board. So we're going to flatten it today, put the roundovers on, sand it on, make it nice and smooth, put the finish on, and then we'll be done. And I'm sorry it's so loud, but it's raining really bad outside, but I still wanted to get this video out to you guys. So let's get to finishing this chopping board up. And guys, just before we get started, I just want to show you how bad it is outside. It's lashing, and my fence there, as you can see, is actually broken, so it's pretty brutal, so it is. So anyway, let's get to building this. What we're doing now is we're going to sand the piece and get it flat. Now you can't really use a thickness planer for this because it's end grain, so there'll be a lot of chipping unless you have like an incredibly sharp blade. So I'm just going to sand this with a real coarse grit and then work my way up. So I'll be right back with you when I'm done.
So as you can see here guys, I'm just using my table saw to cut some nice flats to make it all rectangular, and this needs to be done because the router actually references off these edges, so it needs to be nice and straight. So here guys, I'm just using a 1/4 inch roundover bit to do all the edges. You could use 1/2 inch, but I like just 1/4 inch because it's not too big.
Alright guys, so after the router, as you can see, I don't have the best router bit, so it does leave burr marks, but it has a really nice smooth feel. It's really nice to hold now, and it makes it look a lot less thick. So what we're now going to do is just sand everything. I'm going from 60 probably up to about 240 or 320, so it will take a while, but once I'm done I'll be right back with you and we'll put the finish on. Now guys, I'm just after doing the 60 grit. Now as you can see, what you want to be looking for is, see over here, see how this one has none of these kind of like white marks here. That's what we're trying to get rid of. Now it will take a good while because end grain, as we know, is very hard to sand. So just play some music, get relaxed, and go up through the grit. So guys, here's our nice end grain chopping board, and I love the feel after you sand it. It just feels so smooth. So what we're going to do now is I'm using worktop oil, which is the same as, you could use mineral oil or stuff, but it's just a food safe finish basically, and our beeswax as usual. So I've always done this finish, and I've made like 3 or 4 end grain chopping boards now, and it's always been grand, and my mom's had hers for 2 years. And instead of doing it like the way I just did there, I'm actually just going to pour it on top because the wood will soak it in a lot, and then we're just going to rub it in, and look at that grain. It's so cool. I really like making these, even though the sanding is a pain in the ass and it is a lot of work. It's worth it in the end when you see what it looks like. It's lovely. I really do like it. Made a bit of a mess there, but what can you do? Right, so after we've covered all the surfaces, what we're going to do is we're just going to get a paper towel and wipe off all the excess. Alright, so I put 3 coats on of the oil and let it dry. So now it's time for the beeswax. And the beeswax just gives it the smoothest feel, and it is really nice on the chopping board, and I like it. And what's great about these end grain chopping boards is they hide the knife marks so well, and when they start to get run down, you can just get some beeswax or the oil, put it back on, and they look good as new. Now after the beeswax has been rubbed off, here's a close-up of the chopping board. As you can see, it's really nice sheen, and it just looks really well, I have to say. And here guys, just another closer look of the chopping board. So as you can see, it has a nice sheen. The roundovers give a really nice feel. It just looks really well, I have to say. Well guys, here's the end grain chopping board. I have to say, really pleased with it, and I think it looks really well, and as you can see, it's a nice big size. So yeah, please guys, comment, rate and subscribe for weekly woodworking videos. I hope you keep enjoying them, and please keep hitting the like button because it really does help. So remember guys, a clean shop is a safe shop. Thanks for watching.